Good morning, everyone. This is a list review of Maarten's list for the Dutch Open. It's a list he's thinking about. He's wanting to start a whole new army, and he's wanting to go to the Dutch Open. He is mostly just a casual player in his little community, his little club, and he wants to try his hand at competitive bolt action, which is great. And he wants to build a whole new army for it, which is even better. Hobbying at the same time as going to competitions, meeting new friends. God, I hope that I get to go to the Dutch Opens. Right. I'm still looking into that, whether it will be possible for me to do. However, let's just start by looking at his list, shall we? Here we go. It is Deutsche Afrika Korps inspired, and it's a German reinforced platoon. 15 order dice, 1,000 points. So Maarten starts out with a second lieutenant with an extra man. I like this setup because it makes him a little bit more useful, and he still gets the small team bonus. So it's difficult to hit, and you get the assault rifles for free, which I think, even though you're running a Deutsche Afrika Korps, and I know that they probably didn't have assault rifles in the desert, I think you should build them with assault rifles. Anyway, just for competition purposes, mind you. Right, then he takes the Schützen squads. This is the perfect setup for a Schützen squad. It's a 5 to 6 man unit. This is 6-man units, which means that you can push up a little bit more with one LMG that you get for free. Perfect setup. However, you need to make sure, Maarten, that the Schützen are allowed, because I know that for some events they're theatre only. So you need to make sure that they are allowed in regular platoons. If they are allowed, please take them. They're really good. So one or two of these are good skirmishers, and because the light machine gun is for free, that really makes it worthwhile to take that. You can also hang them back a little bit, just stay on your own half of the table most of the time, moving back and forth in cover and just delivering that long range shots into the enemy's back lines. Perfect. Air Pioneers, one of these with 3 submachine guns, rifles, 2 riflemen. I think that's a good setup because it makes it really difficult for the opposing players to choose if they get a special hit or if they have a sniper. What do you kill here? The NCO has a rifle. Do you kill one of the submachine guns? No. You kill the flamethrower if you can, but from there on, it's going to be difficult, isn't it? Again, it's a 6-man unit. Does it need to be 6 men? Not necessarily, but you need something to transport this unit, and you need the unit to fit the transport most of the time. They're veterans, so they're survivable, which means that the submachine guns will be a little bit more useful, and you have a pretty good chance of surviving that sniper shot with the flamethrower. And finally, one more Schützen and a Brandenburger. Nice, really nice setup. I like this. I would have wanted to see maybe one more Air Pioneer unit if you could, but 3 skirmish units is also really good, and the Brandenburgers will help you quite a lot. The Brandenburgers are veterans. They're a little bit large for the unit because what they actually bring is mostly the board control that you get from their special rules behind the enemy lines, sabotage and paranoia. So you basically control whether or not the enemy is likely to outflank or reserve. Most people, once they see that you have Brandenburgers, will not do so, which is a benefit to you. But Maarten boosts the unit here a little bit. I think you could cut a little bit of this unit if you wanted to spend the points in another place. But I do like large veteran units. And again, it's a 6-man unit with submachine guns. And I would put the Panzerfaust definitely on some of the riflemen, so that, again, enemy snipers have a difficult choice. Medium mortar, inexperienced, lovely. Sniper team, regular, lovely. Flamethrower team, regular. There comes the second flamer. That was what I was looking for. 2 flamers. I think that's the best setup for most competitive German armies. 2 flamers with transport. Medium howitzer with a spotter. It doesn't necessarily need to have a spotter, but it's really nice. 250/9, very, very good, very competitive vehicle here. Panzer III, the darker version, again, very competitive vehicle. Heavy field car, 6 shots, 6 transports, perfectly fit for those pioneers. Kubelwagen, 3-man transport, so you can't stick the lieutenant in, so it will just transport the flamethrower. All of this is, by the way, regular, so you can do outflanking with it. The final heavy field car, I'm not sure what you would want to use this for. Maybe the Brandenburgers to outflank against or push up against one enemy tank. Give them the double Panzerfaust. Um, I really like this army. If Schützen are allowed, this is a really good attempt at a competitive Make Germany Great Again army. Maarten, I do hope you come to the Dutch Nationals. I will look for you there in the lists. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers!